Hey everybody, it's Jamie from No Getting Off This Train, and today I am making a bunch of holiday cookie dough, sticking it in the freezer so I can bake it for Christmas time. Well, we are in the holiday season. It is currently snowing just a little bit here in Ohio, which to me kind of means the Christmas season has officially begun. I love making Christmas cookies for families just to give away as presents. But we have so much family, sometimes it is such a hassle and stressful really to make like huge batches of cookies all in the same day. So what I am doing today is making up a bunch of cookie dough. You can see like all the ingredients right here. I've got 4 different kinds of cookies I am making today. All I am doing is making the dough, scooping them into the balls, and then freezing the dough just like that. And then when it is time to give them out, the day or two beforehand, I'm going to bake them all at once. That saves me so much time, it saves me a lot of energy, and I can make them now, clean it all up now, and not have to worry about it later when I go to bake them. So today I am making chocolate chip cookies, oatmeal raisin cookies, peanut butter blossoms, and chocolate and vanilla swirl icebox like slice and bake cookies. I am so excited to get started. Hopefully this will give you some inspiration to freeze your own cookie dough. That way you can save yourself some time and energy when it comes to baking holiday cookies. So let us get started. First on our list is chocolate chip cookies. I am a huge sucker for chocolate chip cookies. I think they might be one of my favorites. Maybe my second favorite is the M&M kind, but honestly, like anything with chocolate is pretty much my favorite. And when we have cookies just laying around, I better watch out because I definitely will grab more than I plan to. But chocolate chip cookies are simple, they are delicious, and they're pretty much a staple for whenever you want to make cookies. I'm going to include the links to all of these recipes in the description so that you guys can print them out and try them for yourself, which I highly recommend. I mean, I have not met a cookie that I didn't like, so I'm sure these will turn out amazing. All right, now that I have the dry ingredients together, let's go cream some butter and sugar. And there's my butter. I've got like 5 sticks of butter out here, just sitting at room temperature. That seems like such a lot, but when you're making 4 batches of cookies, you really can't do it without butter. Now I have actually made some vegan cookies in the past. None of these are vegan. However, I have made like 2 different kinds before. I think like a gingerbread cookie, and I forget the other kind that I made, but they turned out really good, and they did not require any eggs or butter, obviously. Then we get to let this go for a couple of minutes. Alright, looks awesome. I gotta take this off for now so I can add the chocolate chips. 2 whole cups of chocolate chips. That is my kind of cookie. These are also dark chocolate chips, which are my absolute favorite. Not that it makes the cookies any healthier, but I just prefer the taste of dark chocolate. Alright, looks pretty awesome. Let's get these onto a cookie sheet real quick. I'm not quite sure how many this will make, but we'll certainly find out. I bought 7 different cookie tins at Dollar Tree, actually. So I'm hoping to fill those with these cookies. And I think the last time I did it, I had way too many cookies. So it might be the case this time, I don't know. Now, as far as freezing these, I need to flash freeze them. So that means I'm gonna put them on the cookie sheet just like this, and I'm going to stick it in the freezer directly like this. And then once they are completely frozen, I will put them in a freezer bag. And that way they don't stick or freeze together in the freezer. So I can just get them straight out of the freezer and bake them that way. So that might actually take a while for me. With 4 batches of cookies, I might be running back and forth from the freezer for the next few hours. Okay, perfect. I got 23, I think, cookies out of here. So I'm gonna put all of these in the freezer real quick, and then we're going to work on the next batch of cookies. After a quick rinse off of everything, we are going to start making the oatmeal raisin cookies. I have not had oatmeal cookies in so long, so I am excited to eat some. In a few weeks anyway. I'm not making any just yet. But I never really liked oatmeal cookies. I was kind of in that camp where like you would get a chocolate, or what you thought was a chocolate chip cookie, and then you take a bite of it and like, no, it's a raisin! So I didn't really like raisin cookies for the longest time, but I am a huge fan now, thankfully, because they're delicious. Alright, same thing, you mix all the dry ingredients, and I have to go all the way over to the mixer again to do the butter and sugar. And it's a lot of the same. Got a stick of butter, got some brown sugar and white sugar. I'll be mixing that. And then you've got the egg, the vanilla, and this time I also have honey as well. And then eventually I will mix in the raisins and the oatmeal. Well, here's the dough. It's a little bit sticky, like the recipe said. The recipe also said to stick this in the fridge for 30 minutes, but I'm gonna put them in the freezer anyway before baking them, so I think I'm just gonna put them all on the cookie sheet now. But it kind of looks like these will make a whole lot more than the chocolate chip, which I am not complaining about. And I thought that I would do all 4 cookies in the same day, but I'm getting tired. And my freezer just does not have enough space for all of these. So I'm gonna finish these up, and then I'm gonna wait about an hour, and then get the chocolate chip ones out and put these in. So that way tomorrow my freezer will be cleared out and ready for the other 2. So tell me about your Christmas traditions. Do you make cookies every year? Do you like to make different kinds of like fudge or holiday candy or anything like that? I would love some more ideas, because I like cookies, but I also like branching out and trying new things. So I made fudge for the first time a couple weeks ago, as you probably saw in my 4 weeks to fill your freezer series. And that was super easy, and it was fun, and it was delicious. So yeah, just looking for new things to try. Okay, well, I made 25 cookies, which still is not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break for today. I went ahead and made the chocolate chip cookie dough and the oatmeal raisin cookie dough. I think that's good for today. Like I said, I'm gonna put the other cookie dough in the freezer. That way by tomorrow, everything will be completely frozen. Then I can get the other two ready. So I will see you tomorrow. What a beautiful snowy day outside. It is the perfect morning to bake some cookies. Well, it looks like we're getting right into it this morning with these ice box cookies. I'm pretty excited to make these. Little intimidated by all the stuff I have to do with it, but we're gonna give this a try. I've got the link to this in the description so you guys can check this out. Well, the reason why I'm so intimidated is because you have to like twist the dough together. And I don't think I've done anything like that before. I've never made icebox cookies, so this should be pretty interesting. There was one time when I made some sort of cookies for Easter. I think they're like a pastel swirly kind of cookie. So I think I made dough and then I put like them in 4 separate bowls and used food coloring, like pastel food coloring, to, I don't know, like twist them all together. I don't remember what I did with it. I know they turned out pretty good though. All right, so I'm starting with the vanilla dough first. We've got vanilla and chocolate, so let me just beat this and then add all the stuff to it and then we'll set it aside. Alright, there's the vanilla dough. I'm gonna set this in another bowl real quick and we'll get the chocolate dough ready. Alright, once again, same thing. This is the same cookie dough basically as the vanilla, so I am just not rinsing this out right now. The only difference is that it's chocolate. I melted some chocolate chips that are gonna go in there. I got some cocoa powder as well. So we're basically just going through the exact same process again. So let me fast forward it for you real quick. Alright, here's the chocolate dough. Let me put this into a separate bowl. Alright, there's the vanilla dough. I just need to put the chocolate dough in this bowl right here. I have to put both of these in the fridge for about an hour just to harden up the dough a bit, and that way I can start rolling them and then making them into that log shape, I guess. This is my first time doing something like this, like I said, so we get to experiment together and see how it works out. Alright, let me squish that down just a little. We're gonna put plastic wrap over both of these and we'll stick them in the fridge. I'll come back to them in about an hour or so. But next up, we're gonna work on the peanut butter blossoms. So I now actually have to wash out the bowl, so I'll be right back. All right, time for the last recipe, the peanut butter blossoms. These are some of my favorites. These are the ones with the peanut butter cookies, and then you put the Hershey Kiss on top as soon as you finish baking it. I didn't buy the Hershey Kisses yet because I'm freezing this dough right now. But when it comes time to bake them, I will go buy the kisses. All right, so listen, it is snowing like you saw this morning. So Allison came up to me at 8 o'clock this morning and she said, "Mom, I wanna go outside and play in the snow." I'm like, "Girl, it is 8 o'clock in the morning and you have school in like an hour." Now, granted, she's got online school, but still, I'm like, you're still in your pajamas. So I let her do it because, you know, of course I would. But you know, it is 2020. Like, anything goes. You want to eat graham crackers for breakfast? Go right ahead. You want to watch movies all day? Yeah, go for it. I mean, you gotta have fun while you can. But yeah, 2020, man. This has been a crazy ride of a year. Allison's been in online school for quite a while. She got to go back for a little bit, which was nice, but you know, she had to go back to online only, which is fine. We are adapting and overcoming. That is basically my word for the year, or phrase, adapt and overcome. Okay, this one can actually go straight on the cookie sheet and make them in dough form, so let's get to it. First of all, I gotta take these oatmeal raisin cookies and put them in a gallon-sized freezer bag. I stuck them in the freezer yesterday and kind of forgot about them, but at least they are nice and frozen. So I'm actually just gonna use this same cookie sheet to do the peanut butter blossoms. So this is how I keep the cookies. They're in the bag, they're labeled with the name and then the date. You could probably even put the baking directions on there as well. I'm gonna stick this in the freezer and then get to work on the peanut butter cookies. Yeah, I think these are gonna make the most cookies out of all the dough that I made. Well, the icebox cookies might actually make a few more. I don't know yet. I think this recipe said it makes 42 cookies. Holy cow. So I need to make sure I buy enough Hershey Kisses. So in addition to letting Allison play outside in the snow at 8 o'clock in the morning, I briefly mentioned something about like going out and shoveling the driveway. And she said, yeah, let's go do it. And I was not expecting that. So I said, all right, a way for her to burn off some energy and even get some work done. Yeah. So we went outside and she actually did. But then again, being 7, she spent 5 minutes doing it and then got tired of it. But still, she did quite a bit of it, which was pretty awesome. So you can bake cookies from frozen. So what I'm gonna do with these, once I'm ready to bake them, I'm going to get them straight out of the freezer and put them on a cookie sheet just like this. And I'm going to bake it for, I think, up to 2 minutes longer than what it says on the recipe. So if you bake it for an extra minute or two, that'll let it cook or bake the way it's supposed to, and you'll get nice, crispy or soft or delicious cookies, however you want to have them. I am so glad this is getting done. I cannot imagine making all 4 of these cookies in one day and baking them and having to clean up afterward. Like, no. It's much easier this way. All right, I must be making big cookies because I only got 29 out of this, but still good. There's still gonna be plenty. I'm gonna stick these in the freezer. I'm gonna wait a little bit longer on those icebox cookies, and then we'll get those out and start rolling them up. All right, let's see what we can do here. So we've got the chocolate dough and we've got the vanilla dough. So I'm supposed to take some of this and kind of roll it into like a cylinder shape, maybe. So something like that. Just a little bit longer. I gotta do 3 and 3 and then somehow like twist them together. So we will attempt this. I can already see it starting to come apart a little bit. So let's attempt this and see how it goes. I don't know if I grabbed enough of this, but this dough is like really hard. I kept it in the fridge for, I think I did it for like 3 hours. So yeah, it's a little hard, but I will attempt this. Oh, and look, see, it is breaking apart. So we'll try it. Okay, I think the trick here is to be gentle with the dough and not like push it into the cutting board like Hercules or something. So let me try some of the chocolate. I know they're not like exactly the same, but you know, they're cookies. You don't have to be exactly perfect. So let's try the chocolate and see how this goes. Alright, to be honest, I have no idea how this is going to go, but we're going to kind of squeeze it together and give it a tiny little twist just to see what happens. I probably did not do that right at all. Oh goodness. But then it said to kind of push it down a little bit. I might need some flour for this cutting board because this dough is a little bit sticky. So I need to flatten this down, make sure that it doesn't come apart. I mean, it might look okay. I guess we'll find out in the next video when I actually like cut these and bake them. We'll have to see. But for now, I'll be very, very gentle. Try to roll it a little bit more. Although now I don't know why I did 3 and 3 because it all looks like it's going into one big blob. I don't know. I think either way it'll be fine. I'm just trying to make it a tiny bit longer. Okay, actually that looks pretty good. Trying to get the ends flat. Let me grab some plastic wrap for this and then we can wrap it up. I realize how strange this log looks right now on camera. It's cookie dough, I promise you guys. Oh gosh, the things I do on camera. Alright, so here is one. So it's kind of like those slice and bake cookies, I suppose. Let me put this aside here. I can do this one more time, looks like, with this dough. So let me attempt this real quick and then we'll be right back. All right, we're gonna try something a little different this time. We're gonna do opposite rows just like this, like a checkerboard, like that. And we will see if that works this time. That's probably how it was supposed to go the first time, but you know, I guess I don't follow directions all that well. So let me gently kind of flatten this out. Actually, this time went a whole lot better than the last time. I finally figured out how to roll the darn things. So maybe I can twist it just a teeny tiny bit more. All right, that's looking really good actually. Just keep flattening it, making sure all the dough sticks together. These better be some pretty darn good tasting cookies, I will tell you that right now. This took so much longer than any of the other cookies. All right, let's flatten out the ends. And I think this looks pretty darn good. All right, let me wrap this one in plastic wrap and we will be good to go. This is the last of the cookie dough, ladies and gentlemen. So I need to grab the peanut butter cookie dough out of the freezer, put that in a bag, and I'll be right back to show you everything that I made. Here we are, friends. I've got 4 different types of cookie dough. So I've got my peanut butter blossoms right here. I've got the chocolate vanilla swirl icebox cookies, the slice and bake. I've got chocolate chip cookies and oatmeal raisin. So like I said, keep these in the freezer until you're ready to bake them. And then when you are ready to bake, you can put them straight on a cookie sheet with parchment paper and bake them for 1 to 2 minutes longer than what the recipe says. So I cannot wait to bake these in a few weeks. I am so glad to be finally finished with all this cookie dough. Like I said, I'm gonna bake them here in a few weeks to give out as Christmas gifts, so I'm sorry that you guys don't get to see me bake them in this video. However, please please come back in a few weeks and I will show you what they look like when they're done baking. When it's finished, I'm gonna put the link in the description and up here for you guys to check out. It's just a quick link for you. Let me know, leave me a comment, tell me which of these cookies is your favorite. Have you ever tried the slice and bake ones? This is my first time doing homemade, so I'm excited to see how those turn out. And hopefully I've given you a little bit of inspiration to make your own holiday cookies, to start your dough now. That way you can have it ready for the Christmas season and you don't have to worry about all the cleanup and all the hassle. In order to stay updated on when that video comes out as well as my others, please subscribe to this YouTube channel and ring that bell notification. I have lots of awesome videos coming out soon, both in December and in the new year. So thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you later.